6% of employees at the National Institute of Culture and History received letters of termination earlier this week. That translates to a total of 11 persons who were sacked, 4 from the Institute of Creative Arts, 4 from administration, and 1 each from the Houses of Cultures in Benqueviejo del Carmen, San Pedro, and Banquitas in Orange Walk. Among those who received separation packages from ICA are senior officers, Theatre Director Karen Vernon and Director of Film and Media Arts Unit Suzette Zaiden, who had 12 and 11 years of employment with the institution respectively.
The National Institute of Culture and History, which is a quasi-government body, it receives a subvention from the government, but it also depends on revenue from the archaeological sites and tourist attraction, if you will. There is going to have to be, in fact, there is an ongoing discussion now as to what is going to be the case there, because the only revenue that's coming into NICH right now is from the government subvention, which only pays about 45% of the salary bill per month.
But even with a cursory look at the layoffs, the individuals who were chopped from the institution are described as those who are passionate and prominent in the progression of Belize's creative arts industry. In the case of Theatre Director Karen Vernon, she created, organized, and saw through to fruition major popular annual events such as Dance X, Belize International Jazz Festival, the Frankie Renault Concert Series, and the Street Art Festival. In fact, the Art Festival won the Belize Tourism Board's 2019 Major Festival of the Year award. Vernon has also served as the acting director of ICA for several months back in 2017. Providing a platform for the creative arts was at the center of her work.
The sidewalk chalk competition takes place in a little street between Belize Bank and the park. There is a food court, which is always popular. We have live music there. The artist booths on Albert Street. There is the kids zone. There will be a fashion street back with us this year, and that's between King and Bishop Street. The youth stage is always there, and they'll be down in front of Channel 7. And new with us this year is the Puck to Talk ball game, and that will happen at 5 p.m. on Regent Street in front of the Supreme Court. And as usual, we have the street entertainment. Pandemonium Steel Pan juniors and seniors will be there. The Jankono dancers will be there. We have the stilt walkers from Arenal, and they will be interacting with the public, all up and down Albert Street. So it's an exciting time.
For many, her name is synonymous with the film industry in Belize, and that's because for over a decade, Suzette Zaiden has been championing all the possibilities of the audiovisual industry in Belize. As recent as July 2019, the film industry in Belize was promoted as a viable, sustainable market for stakeholders in CARICOM and European regions.
A series of regional consultations followed the signing in 2009. With an impressive cross-section of well-known audiovisual professionals and representatives at the highest levels of the audiovisual sector across the CARIFORM countries, at both public and private sector levels. These consultations, which we attended, were held to define the needs of the audiovisual sector and seek to build private sector capacity in the Caribbean, as well as to examine what is needed in the Caribbean to improve quality, local content and output, and to make an impact regionally and internationally.
Also terminated was Creative Industry Development Officer Jackie Castillo, who worked with those in the fashion industry, as well as the Artist Registry for the country. Duane Moody for News 5.